focus. Hello, Angel. How are you doing? I'm still at work, though I've closed. I'm still at work, though I've closed today. I'm stressed. I'm stressed, but it's okay. Can you hear me? I'm so stressed. Oh, God, help me. Okay, the ones you don't let me know. Hello, dearie. Hello, my angel. Oh, good to hear that. Good to hear that. I'm stressed too, Angel. Look at me. God, I've not rested. Love you. Oh, praise God. Yeah. I just said, let me come live now before going home because when I'll get home, now I won't have time. And then I was supposed to do a collabo with Pekamo. I believe he will soon join us too. I wanted to shift it because I was tired, but then, oh, that's good. That's a good one. Angel, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. You did something. Sometimes I really wish I have time. Sometimes I don't even have time for my house chores. I'll be hoping that it will get better. So when you have the strength to do all these things, just thank God. Thank God. Thank God. Good to have you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. That's beautiful. That's beautiful and so necessary, so important. Yes. Kudos for that. Kudos. Kudos, kudos, kudos. You just have to be intentional about some things. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You just need to be intentional about your mental health, your personal development. I think today we're going to be talking about personal development. Yeah. Today we're going to be having somebody and we're all going to talk together. So is there need? Is there need to, just like you say, you had to detach, right? Mentally. There are times you just have to be intentional about it. You don't really need to bother about what people are saying because you are the most important person at this moment. It's about you. Okay. Angela, I understand. I wish we can talk soonest. Yes. Very important. Look, there's something, there's a bitter truth I just learned not too long. No matter how invaluable you are or you tend to be, if you are no more, If something happens, life will continue. That's the bitter truth. Sometimes it could be family, it could be friends, it could be organization, and you are the only one that can do this, you're the only one that can do that. If anything happens and you're no more, life will continue. Those people you were thinking cannot do without you will be all right. They will be fine. Hello, Chaser Games. How you doing? Good to have you here. Chaser, how you doing? Welcome to my live stream. Oh, NJ, yes, I know, but you still need humans. I know, but you have to be intentional. You have to filter your circle. It's important to filter your circle from time to time. If you're with somebody and this person does not add to you and things don't work out, they rather make you feel less of yourself or sad and all that. You detach, you filter. Life has no duplicate, Jerry. They will be perfect. It's just that sometimes they'll just think about you, they can cry for some minutes and all that, but they will be fine. They will be fine. So it's important to be intentional about yourself because you are your best cheerleader. You are the most important person. You are the figure of your life. So stop pleasing men and sometimes just be selfish for a while. For a while, and then you'll be happy, you'll be fine. Yes, please. Life doesn't stop, it continues. Life continues, life continues. Um, so what do you want to buy now? Let me give you money. Yes, yes. Let me see outside. There is rain. Get umbrella. It's raining rather. Okay, yeah. Angel says animals and my own space is where I'm happiest. Okay, it's good to know that. That's why I don't deal with a lot of family members. Yes, Derry, it's not selfish choosing yourself after all. Yes, yes, that is it. You cannot pour from an empty cup. There has to be a time to refill. There has to be a time to um yeah, refill. I think that refill is just it. You need always point out. Do you know I'm guilty of this? I'm really guilty. Okay, no, PA is not here. I'm at work. PA is at home. It's somebody, one of my babies. Yeah, so PA is not here. You would have noticed. So I used to be like that. Like I'm still like that. I care about people more than myself most times. I just want everybody to be okay. You know, I'll take the blame for other people to be all right. I just want peace. Do you understand? I want peace. I want everybody to be fine. I always have this mentality that okay, I'll take care of myself. I will be fine. Do you get that? I will be fine, but let every other person be fine. But I noticed that life is not like that. People don't even care. People are just bothered or concerned about what they will grab from you. Not everybody do. So I now discover that whenever I withdraw to like refill or to do some things for myself. Okay, Pekamo, I'm waiting. Yes, I'm waiting. Welcome, Pex. All right, so Whenever I take out that time out to like refill, to um pamper myself, to do what pleases me, to do what makes me happy, I come back stronger and better. I bounce back well, overwhelmed. I think my head free wrong wake up. That's so true, Angel. You have to refill so that you have what to pour out. I like to play sometimes because I'm a serious person. So most times, like when I'm here, as if I'm playing, It's also a way that people refill in different ways. Just do what works for you. Yeah, Pex is here. Hello, Pex.
Hello, Mama Wise.
Everybody, Pekamo is here.
I'm so sorry for joining up late.
Welcome, Pekamo.
I didn't see that you sent the link on time. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Apologies, everyone waiting. Thank you for joining up. Thank you, everyone.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Mama Wise, how are you?
Yes, good to have you here. You're welcome, Pex. How are you
I'm
doing?
excited.
I'm
Fine,
also
thank you. Fine,
excited.
thank you.
Oh my God, network should not try us now. Network should not try us now.
I see that Angel is there. Angel, how are you?
Angel, hello, Angel. Are you still there?
Angel
Mhm.
is still there. Hey, these are my people. This is Tina Mari.
Are you serious?
I
Tina Mario, welcome.
I invited her to this
Wow.
celebration. Tina Mari, this is
Are
Mama
you,
Wise.
are you serious?
Tina Mari, thanks for
That's
coming.
awesome. You are welcome, Jerry. Good to have you here.
Mama Wise, as a matter of fact, this live stream is populated with, I mean, by my people. So give give my camp the credit.
You're doing well. You're doing well. You're doing well.
Yeah,
I'll say
yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
smiling. I'm so excited. That was vanished. So where? Oh my God. Is it back? Okay, it's back now. Angel, it's back. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Tina. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. Oh, Angel says, oh, I'm also saying it. Oh,
But Tina has been of great support so far. She's one of my top supporters, and I'm grateful I have her.
all right. Pex, I didn't hear you. Oh God, network should not mess up with us
So I
today.
said Tina is one of my top supporters, and I'm so happy I have her.
Oh my God, that's so lovely. Welcome, Tina. Welcome to this family. Ah, you are the number one fan. Okay. Oh. Thanks for the support. God bless you. Thank you so much. You don't know what this support means. This support means a lot. Thank you so much. You make our time, busy schedule to come support your person means a lot. Thank you so much, Tina. And you are here again. Oh God, what are we going to give to Tina? Tina, you've carried Angel's crown. Oh my.
Women has black power, so it
Okay,
happens
yes, I
everywhere
think
she
that's
goes.
how it works. Eh? Network is bad, right? So we use this. We'll be fast. Okay. So happy to have you here. And we have the the ace mechanic, the one that has so much wisdom. So and I don't want to call the other name, but we're so pleased to have Pex here. Is a great person. So please let's all
Thank you for having me here. I'm so happy to be here and being on Mama Wise's live stream and also having to see a couple of my familiar faces.
kind hear me
I'm
now.
so excited. Mama Wise, thank you for having me here.
Yes, you're welcome. We are excited to have you here too. You're welcome. We don't just this is a family. We talk, we laugh, we play. So if you are not here, you are missing. If you are not here, you are missing that you are here. Yes, this is the right place to be at this moment. So you are welcome. Right? You can just tell us where you're watching from in the live chat so we can also connect with you personally. So may we know where you're watching from. Adamo is here. Oh, you're welcome, Adamo. Please let them come. It's as if we could just ring the bell. Everybody come in, come in, come in, come in. All right. So we'll be checking the live chat to be responding to some comments. Okay, your name is sorry, you said my name is old. Okay, Atem. Okay, Atem, you're welcome. You're welcome to this live stream. Today we have Pekamo here, and then we have some things to discuss today, and we're going to be looking at the topic personal development. You know, some of us are career people, we have different things we pursue, we have different things we're doing. In all that, is good to also take care of some aspects. Sometimes we get so busy that we don't look at some other aspects. So we're going to be asking Pekamo what he has to say about personal development. Is it important for people to always look into that or not? So Pekamo,
Okay, thank you very
over to
much, Mama
you.
Wise. Yeah. So, talking about personal development, it's a present continuous thing that everyone has to consciously or unconsciously engage in. But how rather that it's being done consciously, because just like the saying, we learn every day and learning continues till we get 6 feet under the ground. You understand? So as long as you're living, it's something you must consider doing continuously. And in the basic sense of it, personal development is just adding to yourself. In short, it is becoming the better version of yourself. And don't forget, I said in the beginning of my statement, is a present continuous effort, is a present continuous, program that you must indulge in to make sure that you get better every time. And why it is necessary for you to be present and continuous about it is because the world is ever changing and ever evolving. Things that were relevant a decade ago have stopped being relevant. The ways of doing things 10 years ago have changed. Somehow, some values have been modified over the years. And even if you think you've been right 10 years ago, today you might be totally wrong, and you don't want to be a misfit in the society. My own bit is just you have to engage in personal development to make sure that you are becoming the best version of yourself. But don't forget, best version of yourself. Can you hear me? Okay, you can still.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Can we really hear? Hello, Pekamo, are you? Can you hear us? Angel, can you hear me? Oh my God, the network is bad, but ah,
Sorry, my network just.
oh, okay, it's back.
Sorry, my network.
Hello, Pek. Yeah,
Can you hear me?
it's all right.
Mama Wise, can you hear me?
Okay, yes, I can hear you now.
Okay.
All right. So, can you also hear me,
Yeah, I
Pek?
can hear you loud and clear.
All right. So, yeah, Pekamo has really explained his take on personal development. He says it's a continuous tense, and then it's an ongoing stuff. From what he said, is something to what your there's this quote that says learning never ends. You understand?
Yeah, yeah.
No matter your age, your expertise, the degrees you have gotten, there's nothing wrong in always asking yourself what is new. I always do that. I ask myself what is on right now, because sometimes the knowledge we had in years past had, in fact, has expired. New things are coming, so if you stop learning, you start dying. So it's very important to always engage in personal of the career path you've chosen, regardless of your level of education. There's always something new to learn,
Absolutely.
right? So the day you just give up, or just give yourself a benchmark, just give yourself a ceiling, that's the day you start dying. You understand? So it's important to always develop yourself, always learn new things, and it makes you happy. It keeps life on, all right? So Pex,
Exactly.
thank you so much.
You see
Angel,
what India broke?
Angel said now it's time to be. Angel, you won't kill me, oh God. Angel, yes, it's like I tell people that I'm a learner for life. Do you get? I'm a learner for life. So we learn continuous. I can learn from a child. I can learn from anybody. Do you understand? Be open. It's important to be open minded. If you have a closed mindset, you won't know that there are things to learn. Do you understand? So I know that by the end of today, everybody would have a reset. All right. So Pekamo is here. Thank you again for the definition of personal development and all that. So, Pex, do you recently, is there anything you had to learn again? Something that you had already done before? Is there anything? Just give us any personal story or something.
Okay. I'm not one given to academic pursuits. So I'm not like a well-read personality like Mama Wise here. For your information, Mama Wise is a PhD holder. She's a doctor of
Thank you now.
philosophy.
Hey
Yeah,
God.
so I give it to her. All right. So in my own view, or let me say in my own field, I've been always I get to challenge myself always to become better at what I do because I don't want not being capable to be a limitation for me to be able to take on a bigger challenge that can probably earn me more, either more recognition or more money. So I keep improving myself. For some that are quite close to me, they know that I do a couple of things. I am an automotive technician, so I fix cars. I'm also a multimedia consultant. Part of what people know me about is that I do live sound engineering setup. I set up sound for big live events. And I also do video and photography.
Oh, network.
Sorry, the network
Network should not be.
again. Probably if the network goes out again, I'm going to try and switch to another network. So as I was saying, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So
I can hear
I'm
you.
also an electrical.
I can hear you.
So I do electrical installations and runnings and connections, wirings for residential and non-industrial facilities or buildings. So I do some plumbing works too, and let's leave it at that. Let's leave it at that. So now in all of those fields, technology changes slightly as time goes on, and you have to keep up your
Mm,
game so that you will not be the engineer of yesterday or the technician of yesterday. You want to continually
mm.
be relevant. Let me take, for example, my automotive career. As an automotive technician, I've limited myself to a few American and Japanese brands in my practice. So
Oh, network.
basically, I fix Toyotas, Nissans, Hyundai's, which is Korean anyway, Kia, Honda, and I also fix Ford. I fix GMC. I fix the Chevrolet and the likes. Uh, I've done a bit of European vehicles, but I've stayed away from them because it's another, let me say, career path entirely. But recently I just took up a challenge when a client whom I fix the cars for every member of their family. So now the mom has a Benz and says, I'm going to bring my Benz to you. And I was like, oh God, I don't work on European vehicles. But I just decided that maybe it's an opportunity to step up my game. So I said, okay, bring it on. As a matter of fact, it was, let me say, the first major time I was working on a Benz. I've done some roadside work on Benz and some intervention works, but first time I was working on Benz and I took on the challenge. I was like, okay, it's gonna cost me a couple of research and I'm gonna get on the game and I'm gonna do it well. And I fixed the car and the client went home smiling. So now somehow I'm opening or expanding my horizon to accommodate Benz as the entry into European vehicles. So pretty much that's just an inkling about the recent development I've done in terms of my automotive technician journey.
All right. Thank you very much, Pekamo. Before we continue, there are some very important personnel that came in here while you were talking. We have Nurse Bob D here. You're welcome, Nurse Bob D. And we have Vanshi all the way from
Now,
India. You're also
Banshee,
welcome. Vanshi, this is Pekamo. Now you have seen him now.
Banshee,
And then, if you are
Radhe,
just
Radhe,
joining us,
Radhe, Namaste.
Pekamo, his handle is here. Just scroll
Banshee,
up and please connect with
Namaste.
him, subscribe to his channel.
Hello.
Yeah, so Nas Babdi, you're welcome. Vanshi, you're welcome. Good to have you here again. Yeah, we have missed you for too long. Make sure you don't run away. Remain here, all right? Welcome. Please connect. I'm sure you have connected with Pekamo. Yeah. And Nurse Bob D, if you are still here, oh, Nurse is here. Nurse, this is Pekamo. Please connect with him.
Hello.
He's a great
Good to
person.
see
And we're having a discussion. And today we're talking about personal development. He just told us about how he had to update himself to face the present challenges. You can't use outdated or stale memory to handle today's challenge. So there is need to always update. There is need to always know what's new and then update. That's all about personal development. And personal development spans round or encompasses different things. So we want to talk about self-esteem. So does self-esteem affects personal development? The way you see yourself, the way you perceive yourself, your confidence. There are people that don't like to go to school because they feel that it's not for them, or they can't make it, or their brains are already shut down, or they just feel that it's not for them. They are not cut out for this. Is self-esteem a major factor? Does it affect people? Does it limit people from um, improving on themselves and all that? So, Pex, what do you have to say about self-esteem in terms of personal development? Today, you are going to answer questions.
you.
When you're on with a teacher, you know that you answer questions. Angel,
You know,
Angel is.
I like the fact.
Oh my God, network should not do this.
Sorry, my network went again. I'm trying to connect to another network. Probably that's gonna be stable.
Okay.
Let's
Okay,
see.
Angel is direct school building, but I like learning.
Give me a moment.
Okay.
So connection in progress. Connected.
Oh, really?
Okay.
So you can't
So
hear
I
us
hope this
now?
one is gonna.
Okay. Pekamo, can you hear me? Guys, can you hear me? Oh, all right. I think the network is. You can hear.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I think the network is bad. Hello, Pekamo. Can you hear me?
It's good now. I can hear you. It's good.
Oh, all right. Okay. All right. So, Pex, can you go say something?
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Mama Wise, for that intuitive direction you're taking us. So, for me, I see self esteem and personal development as being interwoven. Hello, are you still there? Sorry, the network is somehow, but please, guys, still hang on. I'm sure the network is still going to come around. Can you hear me now?
Oh, I'm back. I can hear
Yeah.
you.
Okay.
I can.
So, like I was trying to say, I was trying to establish that personal development and self esteem is kind of interwoven in the sense that you need to have a degree of self esteem for you to know that you can achieve some measure of further or supplementary development that can in turn add to you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yes.
So now you have to have a I mean, an healthy self-esteem to the point that you will be able to know that I need to get better. And when you get to that realization point that you know that I need to get better so that I will be a better version of myself, so that I can better tackle things that are thrown at me, or so that I can sufficiently and more, accurately or adequately solve the problems that are thrown my way, then it in turns boosts your self-esteem. So that's how it works. So I hope I've answered your question.
Just that we didn't hear most of the things you said
Really? Can you hear
because of
me
the
now?
network. We didn't really. It was just bits and bits here. But then
Can you hear me
I
now?
guess let's wrap it up. Yeah.
Maybe I should recap in two sentences.
Let's do a recap. Yes.
Okay. So I was trying to say that personal development is interwoven to self-esteem. So if you have a healthy self-esteem, you will know that you are good enough, but you can be better without apologizing to yourself. And at that point, when you are able to now get better for yourself, it's going on your self-esteem and give you a better and a stronger and a healthier self-esteem. And you see yourself as better, having actualized the capacity to do more or to become more. So that's how it works.
Yeah. Yes, I totally agree with you because the way you see yourself would also be it's kind of a will give you a driving force to want to do more. If you feel that you don't know anything, you would not want to go to school. If you feel like you are not adequate, you won't want to push yourself.
True. Network issues.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. So yes, what I'm saying, I totally agree with you because I there was this story of a girl that I keep teaching with that funny black. She's so damn beautiful. Now black sheep, you are so ugly. Black this, they kept calling her names. That really affected her self-esteem. Do you know she almost did not go to school because of that? She was not willing to, you know, esteem so badly that she didn't want to push herself. She didn't want to do any other thing. So I totally agree with you that a low self-esteem can limit you, can give you a mental block and make you never
True.
to think about improvement because you just think that you're not good enough.
True.
Do you understand? So they are interwoven. All right? Can you hear me? Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Oh my God. All right. It's raining heavily here, so I don't know if the rhythm, the sound is affecting us here. It's raining heavily. So let's continue. Before we go on to the next stuff, I want us to look at some things people talked about in the live chats. All right, Angel says, Pekamo continue. Nurse Bob D says, self-esteem and personal development work together. I agree with you. Angel says yes. And Nesbobdi says, what you become? Yes. If you have a low self-esteem, you can't see far.
Exactly. You
If you
can
have a
see.
low self-esteem, you only see the now. It affects your vision because you have already seen your when is it see finish? Already limited yourself, so you
True.
can't really go.
Sorry, guys, the network is choppy a bit on our end. Mama Wise is out. So let me just hold the fort a bit. So I just want to chip in this. For you to have a good self-esteem, let's say you're coming from a position where you're having a very low self-esteem, one way you can easily grow your self-esteem is by doing things that are easy for you to achieve. Mama Wise, you're welcome back. I
Thank
was
you
trying
so
to fill in
much.
the time.
Thank you. So that's
Yeah, I
can you
can
hear
hear
me?
you.
All right. Yeah, it's raining heavily here. So I just hope that you can hear me.
I can hear you. I can hear
Yeah,
you
so I was
clearly.
just talking about what Ms. said, that what you see is what you become. That's so true. Self-esteem can reduce your sight, or make you short-sighted. You can't see, you just only see the failure. So there will be no need to improve yourself. So let's begin to see far. Let's begin to see beyond our position. Let's begin to see let it also has to do with your mindset. If you have a
True.
low self-esteem, that means your mindset is not open. So we need to work on things that will help us have a better mindset so that we can see far, we can see the possibilities, we can see the provisions, we can see that we can go as far as we want. There is no limitation. All right. So I agree with you totally. And then Nurse Bobby also said, if you have a positive self-esteem that you are capable of anything, then you will definitely get there. But if you see yourself as not worth it, so be it. I totally agree with Nurse Bobby.
True.
All
Now,
right.
deep on
So
points.
I
I
didn't
said,
hear
Nurse
you,
Bob,
Bex. Yeah, she's on point. She just nailed it. Okay, so I have some points here. We're still talking about personal development. We just talked about self esteem. And then the next thing I want to look at is appearance. How does
Hmm.
the appearance affect your personal development? Do you
Oh,
think appearance? Do you
that's
think
good.
your appearance matters? There's this saying that says, "Do not judge the book by its cover." How is it connected with personal development?
All
Honorable
right.
Fox, the ace, please help us on this.
Okay. In my own perspective, your appearance affects two things. So your appearance talks about how people should get the impression about you, or better put, the impression people should have about you speaks through your appearance. Before you get to open your mouth in any gathering that you are, your appearance serves you first. So your appearance introduces you first. But secondly, your appearance helps nurture
Yes,
or
sir.
build your ego or self-esteem. So, Mama Wise, I was trying to say that first off, your appearance does two things. One is that
All
it
right,
introduces
continue.
you to people, it describes you to people because before you get to speak, even if you are invited to a program where you're a resource person, your appearance is going to introduce you first. Your appearance is what people see first before they see your voice, in quotes, or hear your voice, better put. So now, the second part is that your appearance helps you cushion your self-worth. It helps you cushion your self-esteem. So those are the two things that it does. So I'm going to buttress on that in a bit. There's a level that you eventually get to that your appearance does not really matter, and that's because you must have sold yourself in a particular way that the majority has a basic impression about you that is correct enough to describe you. And at a point, it's not going to matter to you. For example, I remember when I was learning my automotive practice, I was an apprentice under one roadside man who was my boss as at then. So that was sometime in 2010. It was a roadside stuff. So I don't know if you guys can still hear me. I'm trying to monitor my other phone to be sure I'm still here. All right. So I was saying that I was learning mechanic job in a roadside facility like shade tree mechanic. And there was this certain day, my best friend while we were in secondary school visited me. The time I was learning was after my secondary school period when I was about to get into college. So he came to visit me. He was well dressed, he came to visit his friend. I was at work where I was learning work. I was in, this dirty mechanic, wear. And at the point, my boss, who I was learning from, sent me to go and get a particular part. And we had to go out of the mechanic yard. And my friend went with me. So on our way, we came across my chemistry teacher. And my chemistry teacher was like, you know, how are you? And all of the time he was talking to my friend. Hey, so good to see you. Oh, brilliant. So where are you now? And he said, I just got admission to so and so university. He didn't even turn to me because he was feeling that I was learning a trade because I couldn't make it academically. So all the while he was talking, I felt like I should enter into the ground because I was having a low self-esteem about myself. But the truth of the matter was that I already had an admission, but I wanted to fill in the period between my secondary school time and the time I will resume in school to quickly have a crash knowledge about this thing. And this happened. And he made a statement and he was like, "You see, this was what we used to tell you people when you were in school. Be serious with your studies." And I was like, oh my God, let the floor just open and let me just enter.
Oh my
So I'm trying to bring that scenario to help you see what my self-esteem was back then. But now maybe from work and I have to get to so and I have to get somewhere from work and I don't have time to change or I have no way of changing into another maybe cleaner dress. I can go anywhere. I am Pekamo, the ace mechanic. If you can't take me that way, then forget it. So my self-esteem now,
forget
I
it.
go online with my workwear. I go to some certain places. Of course, it doesn't mean that I will have a seminar and go there with my mechanic wears, without changing. You understand? But if I storm or if I get stormed across or if I come across someone I know impromptu in my workwear, I don't have any problem with that because my self-esteem is healthy. If he likes, he should think that I'm poor or I didn't make it in life, so I'm doing mechanic work. That's his own cup of tea, but I have a healthy self-esteem.
That's what
So there's going to come a level where if you have built your self-esteem, the way you appear will not really say or dictate how you feel about yourself. And eventually, even irrespective of how you appear, people will still be able to see you that, hey, why is he dressed this way? Oh, maybe he's just coming from work. Oh, it must be this kind of person. So you have to dress in a certain way that, you know, let me just put in this joke. If you want to be a mad person with class. You understand? So that's just the bottom line of what I'm trying to say. But in essence, you dress well so that you be addressed well because that is the front cover of your CV. It is only a known book that has a known value that you can say you don't judge it by its cover or that it does not have a cover does not mean it's not valuable. A book that is just making it into the market needs to
mm.
have a good cover design that is still intact. And that is just very, very important.
All right. So Pekama, I totally agree with you. I just read what Banshee said and I was laughing. My
It's broken in
cockroach
Nigeria.
is broken. Can you fix it?
Banshee, bring it to Nigeria.
Yeah, just get it across to me. It's gonna fix it. It'll fix it all.
Bring it to Nigeria.
All right. So yeah, I like what you said, that is a known book. If the book is known, then the value is already known.
Exactly.
But your dressing makes a statement. Your dressing makes a statement. Now you could walk. Okay, let me tell you something now. I know of somebody back then where while we were in school that went for a job interview just because he wasn't properly dressed. He lost that opportunity
Mm,
just because he wasn't properly dressed. So you want to add value to yourself. You are going to certain environments. You must take a close look at how you appear. You must be
exactly.
intentional. So you don't start feeling, oh, it's because I'm not good in this. That's why they didn't pick me. No, you didn't dress for the occasion. You need to dress well. You need to appear well. Teacher. And I'm proud.
Teacher,
There are
professor.
places I walk into, they were like, oh. They will say, you don't look like a teacher. I say, how do teachers look? And I don't really like it. Teaching is a noble profession. So I walk into places of my stuff. So your appearance, your courage. Now sometimes people wear walk. They just walk like leaders, and then tomorrow they'll say it's because they are not good. There are different things that.
Exactly.
So if you want to be addressed well, dress well. If you are going somewhere, ensure you are dressed because you'll be addressed. I okay, recently too, I walked into an office, I needed something. I was intentional about my dressing. I wore a corporate dress. I was intentional, and the way I walked in like the boss.
Mama, why is you're cutting out?
I can't see your light. Oh yeah, can you hear me now?
We
It's
can hear you
getting
now.
dark. All right, so I got the attention I wanted. So I would have just said that, oh, it's because I'm not good enough. But no, I knew that my appearance mattered. So let's be intentional about our appearance, especially if you are going for something, if you're pursuing that dream, you're going to that hospital, your appearance, the way you smell. There was somebody that was saying that smelling good is kindness to humanity. You can't go for something and the smell that is oozing out is something else. You are making people uncomfortable. Then they chase you out. You say, oh, it's because you are not good or your village people. No. Personal development, pay attention to the way you look every time. Like, do that intentionally, right? Are we good?
That
Are we together?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Mr. Mart, you're welcome. You're welcome, Mr. Mart. We see you. You're highly welcome.
Can this
I can hear you.
can you hear me?
Yeah, for sure. Loud and
All
clear.
right. Okay. In the course of our discussion, some dignitaries walked in. I can see Mr. Matt. Mr. Matt is in the building. He said, oh, goodness.
Sorry,
Hey, I'm back. I don't know, this network is just going up and on. I just hope you can hear me.
we lost you.
Okay, I just I'm here still decided to go back to reading and go into my own space. All right. Yeah, Mr. Matt, welcome, Mr. Matt. Good to have you here. Okay, yeah. So Angel said I'll be seeing uniform. Okay. All right. Vanshi says we have a story that one simple man gets invited to a high class dinner. He went to eat in normal clothes, but the guards blocked it. Wow. He returned wearing a suit and they let him in. Be intentional about your dressing, especially if you are going in for something. All right. The guest asked him why he did this. Oh God, my network is really frustrating. But then,
Yeah,
can you hear me?
sorry. We are managing, but I can hear you now.
All right. Thanks. Okay, let's not. Okay, I think we have said enough about it's very important. You need to do better. You need to do more. If you are using, if you are looking like this year, you should add something to your wardrobe. It must not be so expensive because it can cost you something very important. So be intentional from your head to your toe. Just be intentional. It's also part of personal
Can I chip
development.
in
Thank you very
something
much, Pekamo.
on this
Sorry?
leg? On this leg, can I chip in something?
Yes, please.
All right.
Yeah,
So
go on.
as much as you have to look good, and it's very imperative for you to look good, I would also urge that as you're looking good, don't let your good look overtake your capability in terms of what you're looking good for. So you walk into somewhere and you are considered as a boss or you're considered as a top management official because of the way you look, the way you smell, the way you carry yourself, your steez, your carriage, and stuff. And you're asked a basic industrial question in your field, you can't even answer, even if you are the least person in your field, you should still be knowledgeable enough to confront questions like that. So you don't want to be a beautiful empty container. You want to be someone that they will see
Mm.
as big, and by the time they engage you, they will see that this girl is loaded, this guy is loaded. And eventually, when they find out your portfolio or your designation, they'll be like, what? Why is it that low? It should be up here. So that's what I'm advocating, that as you invest in your good look, which is very paramount and cogent, you should also ensure that you invest up here, especially in your area of relevance, so that people can see you on the high pedestal you're trying to put yourself.
Yeah, that's excellent. Like what you've just said it all. It's talking about the personal development. So you should at every point you should, be going higher. You are appearing good, yes. But your conversations, that's why you're talking about adding. For instance, you are in secondary school and then you leave secondary school, you are now a university graduate. What additional knowledge do you have? What intelligent conversation can you be engaged in? If they
Mm,
call you out for something, will you disappoint them? So
mhm,
that's where personal development. If you are this person that you have an issue in speaking in public or whenever it is you know yourself, work on yourself, add value to yourself. That's what we're talking about. That's where the personal development is really hinging on. Add value to yourself. So comes, you will not crash it. They will not be disappointed. When you add value to yourself, when you are called upon, wherever you find yourself, you would always do good, right?
Yeah.
Value and you'll be valued. You know you are very intelligent.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. That's very good. Okay, we're just trying to you know something. Let's look at financial capacity when it has to be personal development. Now, some people are not capable financially. Some people will feel that, oh, I would have gone to this school if I had this amount of money. Some people think money is everything. Yes, money is good. It's important
Mhm.
to fund the education or the training, the courses you need. You understand? But is it all? So, Pex, I want you to really look at it. What's the benefit of being capable financially? What do you need to do? And then, if you don't have what you want or what you really desire, should you just give up? Should you just remain there because you don't have that particular amount? Should that be a reason you don't add value to yourself? So please,
Okay,
the
thank
floor
you.
is yours,
You
Pex.
know, the interesting thing about what you just said now, which is financial capability or financial capacity, is that, I got to see that every of these subtopics or subpoints we're talking about relating to personal development are all interwoven. Somehow they go and they come back, they go and they come back. So it starts from a
Yeah.
point and returns back. So, for a financial capability, I would like to liken it to having a late model car that is very beautiful, but you cannot afford to fuel it. So,
Mm.
the fueling is like the financial capability. The funniest thing about life is that you have a dream, but that dream has to be bankrolled. That dream has to be sponsored. It has to be, pushed with some financial prowess so that it doesn't stop at the point of a dream, so that it can metamorphose into the reality of what the dream holds. So now it's very dicey because you have to find a way of sustaining yourself in whatever you do. Even if what you are doing is charity, you must be able to find a way of sponsoring or sustaining yourself and the dream. If not, every of the nice dress, every of the intellectual capacity, and every other thing is going to come down. I'll give you an example so that you can tie them together. For example, now you are very good and you're invited somewhere because things like this happens when you are not yet there. You're invited somewhere, maybe the next state from where you're residing, and you are not mobilized with maybe any advance payment. They wanted you to be a resource person. They love what you have. So they're inviting you to a big platform, but they don't have the financial capability to take you there. And they're asking you to come. For you, it's a big platform. You're not going because of the money, but there's no money to mobilize your movement there. Before the world will see you on that big stage, you have to get yourself from where you are to that location before you can showcase yourself. And now that's
Yeah.
where the financial capability comes in. Or sometimes they only pay your transport. They don't pay some extra stipends or allowances to you. And when you get there, you have to eat. You can't package yourself and do everything, and at the end, you can't afford a bottle of water in the hotel or in the auditorium. And you now cross down the road, say, yes, let me have that sachet water. I don't know if sachet water is in your own area, wherever you're watching from. You know, you have to, yeah, we call it packaging. Yes, we call it packaging. You have to be able to measure up because every little action and inactions of yours can upscale your class or declass you from where people have impression about you. And if you see most of these celebrities,
Yeah.
is the impression that is being sold about them that we have about them. And that's why Mr.
Yeah.
Hay can go for maybe an endorsement and is offered, let's say, 2000 USD for 1 year, and Mr. B will go for the same endorsement and is offered 50,000 USD for 1 year, the same year, the same role, but the value accrued to both of them, the value estimated on their worth is different. So all of these really matters in the way you put yourself. So every way you can sit down and project on expanding your financial fortune, you should do your best to do that because that's what's going to fuel your next level of manifestation. So if you are invited to a program, they can send you something that will just cover your transportation logistics. You might need to go there with an assistant.
Yeah.
You may have to pay for that because the road to the stardom is not always smooth. It is when you get to stardom that they'll be asking you, "Ma'am, can we please know how many people are on your team?" And you say, "We are 12 on my team." And they provide logistics and accommodation and feeding for the whole of your team. But on your way there, I mean, when you're on your way to stardom, there are some things you have to carry yourself. There are some functions that you have to do, and the organizers are going to pay for the costume you are going to wear, maybe to make it look like a traditional setting localized to them. So they will ask for your statistics, you send you ahead of time, they show you something, related to their tradition over there, and you look like them. You don't have to pay for what you wear. But before you get to that level, there are some things you have to do on yourself. Likewise, we're talking about your personal development, investment in knowledge. It costs money. Even if you want to do it on the internet, it costs money to, buy internet in most parts of the world for you to be able to have, an expounded vastness of resources at your disposal so that you can eat enough to be able to give to your world.
Mm. Pekamo the ace mechanic. You have finished work here. All right. Yeah. I I still agree with you on that because your financial capacity matters a lot. Like you were saying that maybe you could be given a platform and maybe the logistics were not provided, they expect to be there. And you know that you going there there are some connections you can make there that will take you to
Yeah,
where you want. Like I remember
exactly.
that the money you don't have, if the finance is not available, you can lose on that. You can just
Exactly.
miss out on that and the likely connections that you would have gotten. So
Exactly.
finance is very, very important. As part of personal development, you should always think of how to increase your finances because it's your finance that will sponsor the lifestyle you want tomorrow in the future. So finance is one of the very important things you need to improve on. So you are doing one thing today, you ask yourself, can this really um the finance you have now, can it really sponsor the lifestyle you want? If no, then you need to think harder and think smarter and think wiser so that your finances will increase. All right. So finances. I remember many years back go for, but I didn't have the finance, so I missed out on those things. So now to sponsor myself for those trainings. So today, the why is not today? Whenever I training,
Wow.
I pay for it. Even if it's in Lagos, wherever, as long as I have the finance, because I know that it's improving me, it's preparing me for a greater opportunity tomorrow. So finance is very important to sponsor the kind of life you want. So you must next. I always ask myself, what next? So some people think I stress myself a lot, but then I don't. If it's about me, I can't start begging for money at this stage. Do you understand? So I work and I ask myself, what next? So we have people that these days we have people that love the soft life. You know this soft life that is everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And because of soft life, they do things. And for you to make money, you need to get your hands dirty. Like I'm not saying that you should soil your hands. No, you must put in the work. So working, I also tell people that as you work, you are also developing yourself. Imagine
Exactly.
you are working, you are facing a challenge, and you are able to, get it right. You have learned something new, and the money will enter your pocket again. The money is very important. So the
Exactly.
finance is part of the areas you need to work on if you want to develop yourself, if you want to move from point A to point B. All right. So everybody should take their finance very important, except you are not healthy at the moment, except you have some health issues. But there is always something to do. There are jobs that you don't need to work from one point to the other these days. There is a lot, there are opportunities. You need the finance to sponsor the kind of life you want to live. So, as part of
Exactly.
personal development, we should look into our finances. We should look into how we can increase our finance. We should look into how we can manage our finances and then go to the next level. All right. Okay, I think comment, if we have any comment, we need. Okay, okay, all right. It's okay. So let's proceed. Okay, Angel says some jobs are online. Some jobs can include volunteering in the company the way you see best. That's it. There are opportunities. There is work for everyone. There is what you can do. So let's begin to um look out for these opportunities and stop remaining there. All right. So let's look at maybe one or two more. All right. So I still have about two other things I want to look at here. Let's see if
Okay.
the time can. So we still have your attitude. How is
Mm,
attitude? That's how I am. That is how I am. That is. I don't really take that as a good approach to life. Oh, you are saucy. That's how I am. You don't do this. That's how I am. This phrase or this clause of that's how I am is really limiting people. You need to look at, okay, let me not just hear anything first. Let's just hear what Pekamo has to say about your attitude and how it's connected to your personal development. All right, Pex.
this is a vital point. Once again, for me, I see your attitude as the gateway to your mind. So, what is cheap? I mean, talk is cheap, but your attitude kind of buttresses what you say about yourself or what you've written about yourself. So, let me put it in this way. There is something vital I came to understand about life. Do you know that in the journey of life, for every major decision about your life that's going to change your level, you will never be there to make the decision. For every major milestone you're going to achieve in life, you'll be outside the room where the decision is going to be made. So it's the seed of the character or attitude that you are known for that is likely going to win the heart of the people that are going to be deliberating about you. When they are going to make or pick a manager, you won't be one of those that's going to vote. It's people outside you, I mean, outside your being, outside your container, that is going to vote. And they will vote based on
Yeah.
the sentiment of, yes, your work ethic, and majorly your attitude. Let me tell you something. Have you noticed that in most organizations, maybe in a sole proprietorship, leaders or owners of businesses or visions are always sentimental when they want to pick somebody that's going to be in charge, depending on the framework of their mindset. They tend to, in most cases, pick somebody that looks like the meekest or the dumbest because they, depending on that person's mindset, they want somebody they can control if that's how their framework is. But for somebody who wants somebody that's going to give me results, they look at somebody that has the right attitude to work. Because when we say attitude, it's not just saucy or being kind. We're talking about also being able to get the job done. Somebody that does not need to wait for instructions to get things done. So all of these encompasses your attitude and even more. So now, have you thought about it that if somebody approaches you in a bus, maybe you were waiting for the bus to take off, and somebody approaches you that, hey, please, I need some money. I need some money. I've not eaten since yesterday. So please give me some money. You know, I really, really need it. So just be kind to me. And somebody comes and tell you, see, my sister, God's gonna bless you. As I am now, I've not eaten since yesterday. I know I'm not your responsibility or liability, but if you can just be kind and give me something I can use to afford eating. You know, both scenarios I just try to characterize are two different attitudes. And there's a certain attitude you're likely to, be susceptible to and grant the request thereof. So now your attitude everywhere, what kind of person do you want to be? Now, this is now tricky because if you want to be a people pleaser, you'll be like somebody that does not stand for anything and can fall for anything. So you now have to decide what's the design I want to have for my life. Of the different variants of things I've learned about character, the strength of character and attitude, what kind of person do I really want to be? So you scout for all the best obtainable form of character you can actualize for yourself, and you pick the best ones and decide to stay on that. And when you dwell on that, the second thing is, matching your attitude is to make sure that you're a square hole. I mean, you're a square peg for a square hole. So you try to be sensitive in every organization that you have. Most of us have excellent attitude, characters, and values, but we are in the wrong environment. So you're a misfit, and they'll be considering you a rebel or somebody that is too proud. If you can, which I believe is not impossible, relocate, look for somewhere where your value is going to be appreciated. Because where you are, when you're somewhere that you're a misfit, life, you'll be frustrated all your life. They will tell you different kind of things. They'll say that they'll say that you're doing as if you're the one that knows it all. Look at her. See, ordinary meeting. See how she dressed or see how he dressed. You're a misfit there. Except you are able to get up to the reins of power with ultimate freedom in leadership, there's nothing you can do there. So you get yourself out as soon as you can to plant yourself somewhere where you'll be recognized. So, but back to the issue of attitude. What makes me interview two people and be favorably inclined or disposed to one of them at the expense of the other is the attitude they display. How did they answer my questions? the emotional tone, the the way they proved to be intelligent and sharp, the confidence level. Was there a measure of respect and humility even while displaying confidence? You know, were they able to convince me with the limited time they have to answer my question that they are capable of what I'm putting before them? So all of this really matters. But now, when you get to the office or an organization or a setting where you have to be maybe for a long time, maybe you have a team you're working with, a long-term project, let's say it's going to be like 6 months or 1 year, I would have to tell you that, politics is everywhere and you have to be very, very, very mindful of it. You have to play the card of politics smartly. I mean, smartly play the game of politics because anywhere you have more than two people, politics is there. So you have to appeal to the sentiments of people around because one or more of them will be involved actively in making a decision about your destiny in that setting. So now make sure that you are in a place that's going to favor you, like I firstly said, and make sure that you're consistent in the kind of values you give and in the way you act or characterize before everyone. Your actions, your reactions, your emotional intelligence, your mental intelligence, and every other receptiveness you have within you, make sure that it's able to project the best of what is in you so that people can know you for who you are and they can take you for who you are. And those that will like you. But above all, make sure you have the best attitude. After you've confirmed and you've made sure that you're in the best environment for yourself. I see what Angel is writing there. Angel.
Guys, Mr. Matt is there. Angel, I don't know. Angel should not go anywhere. We are rounding off
Mr. Matt,
so we can gist.
I see what you wrote there. Mr. Matt, hello, good to have you here.
Hello, Mr. Matt. Welcome. You just came in late. So we've been talking about personal development. I think we're going to end this particular one here, but let's just gist now. We were talking about personal development and we talked about different aspects. We mentioned self-esteem might affect personal development, ability, and your attitude. Your attitude is everything. Like Pekamo rightly said, with with your certificates and everything, you are not the one that will determine your next level. You will need people. So your attitude that is being expressed to people will either make you or mar you. Because you won't
Exactly.
be there when they're talking about you at the table of decision. So
Mm,
you need to be careful. You need to be intentional of what about what you do or how you express yourself. I'm not saying that become an hypocrite, right? But just ensure that you are practicing or you are involved in the best practices. In every workplace, we have best practice. So and then the way you talk as well, the way you talk about things and people, you think they are your friends. Tomorrow, when when it's time to make decisions, they will say, no, this person talks too much. She doesn't know how to keep secrets and all that. So what you do in front of one person or in front of a group of people
exactly.
matters a lot. So let's be careful. Let's be careful. All very rich moment, rich time with Pekamo. Let's quickly take a look at the comments and respond to some comments. So Mr. Matt said we're having a motivational. Matt, are you the motivator? Yes, the Pekamo is just dishing out value. Thank you, Pekamo.
It's sweet to hear
Yes, we're
that
having
from a doctor. I feel proud of myself that a doctor is saying that about me.
the Pekamo. You have come now. You spoke so well and you
Thank
dished
you.
out value. Thank you so much. I believe everyone here would have gotten one or two to take home. But just before we wrap up this session, um, what do you have to say? Can you just quickly summarize everything we have said in one or two sentences, or just give us a wrap up and what you want people to take home
Okay.
with?
Well, I would want to call this my parting shot. Um, I want to say, in life, we don't have everything that we need. One way or the other, no matter the height you've attained, you're still incapacitated or lacking in one area or the other. But I don't know about you, but I think for most people, they are maybe average or below average in terms of having everything they think they need. But now, for you watching, maybe now or in the future, I want to ask you a question which I want you to reflect on. Ask yourself, what do I have? So when you think of the things that you have, then you can now know the assets that you have that you can put into production to give you profit or to help you actualize your dreams or to get you where you want to get to. So what do you have? And in the line of this thought, I want to encourage everyone to improve on their communication because when you have a 5 minute meeting with a great man, let's say a king or a governor or a president, most of the times your first meeting is not going to be 1 hour. No, you have to be up there before you can have 1 hour. It's going to be 2 minutes, 5 minutes, or thereabout. When you have a 5 minute meeting with, an elite or maybe someone that matters, is less likely going to remember what you wore. Is less likely going to remember your height. But I'm sure he's going to remember forever the things you said. If not word for word, he's going to be having an impression about you. So what I'm driving at is that your expressive skill, your communication skill is key because if you're in a situation that you have to sell yourself or you have to sell yourself, when I mean sell yourself, I mean market yourself, and you have just 2 sentences to do that, it is the content of what you say that's going to do the job, that's going to plant the seed, which will eventually form into a decision about you, the heart of the person you're telling. So let's work on our communication skill because aside our CV, aside our look, aside our academic attainment and our previous exploits, the things we can say is the first thing that's going to introduce us to people. So now, for many of us in the YouTube streets, on the different platforms of live stream that we've engaged, the different things we have said at one point or the other have made different people who have seen our chat form an opinion about us. So what you say is the easiest way to have an opinion about you, irrespective of what your profile picture may be. You can put the profile picture of Washington White House. You can put the picture of the Duke of England. What you say is going to be, the vehicle of the impression that will drive into whosoever is perceiving it, into that person's heart. So I want to beg you, look at the little things you have. Talk is cheap, but as cheap as it is, you can make it into something expensive that's going to plant a big tree in the heart of someone about you. So look at the little things you think you have, harness them, and use them to take you from where you are to where you're going. And I wish you the best in your life journey. Thank you very much, Mama Wise.
Wow. Wow. I feel like giving a round of applause to Pekamo, the that was so brilliant. That was so intelligent. So I believe everyone that participated here have taken one or two notes or one or two things home. So I want to really thank you so much. That was so brilliant. Thank you so much for honoring this
Thank you for
invitation.
having me,
Thank
and
you
thank
for
you
being a
everyone that is watching and everyone that's going to watch in the future. Thank you very much.
God bless you. So I don't know who is still here. Let's just let's ensure we connect with Pekamo. His handle is here. Is Pekamo the Ace Mechanic? I think
Yeah,
he
Pekamo.
has Pekamo. All right. I think he wrote something here. So please connect with him. If you are still here and you have not connected yet, I know Nurse Bobby has done that and all that. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. See you again next time. So it's bye for now. So Pekka, what do you say to them? Say bye to them.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for listening to me. Bye bye. Until next time.
Yeah, until next time. Bye. So
Bye
we
bye.
can end it now. Bye.